excited to have you, your virtual presence here on the Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, this episode was called Divide and Kiki, but I think it should have been Divide and Bob. Roger that. We can't get away from that name. We can't. I'm one of your co-hosts, Cha-Cha Channon Dade. Make sure you hit that hashtag RHOAAS because we're live right now here on the stream.tv. I have my lovely co-host to my left. She's a model, she's a mommy, and she's fast at getting dressed. Nadia Beddini, honey.
Oh, grazie mille. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
And of course, to my far right, honey, it would be easier for me to say what she couldn't do. If you need a midwife, call Megan Thomas, honey.
You're so sweet, because I learned that on YouTube. Learned that.
And to my immediate right, who has more acting credits than any of the housewives on any of the Bravo shows, Miss Shawn Richardz.
Hi, hi.
Did you know that?
I did not
Now
know
you
that.
do.
Oh my God. I'll
We're
take
stalking
it.
you.
All right,
Season.
we're gonna start off with NeNe and Claudia. What goes up must come down. Who do you think won this conversation? According to Watch What Happens Live, for the first time they had a 50-50 breakdown on who won that conversation. What do you ladies think? Hit that hashtag RHOAAS. What do y'all think?
Claudia. Bloop. Claudia won.
It was close. I think in the end of the day, they throw shades at each other equally. Maybe NeNe said something really racist, so that made her look really bad. But Claudia also said that she was an ex-stripper, so if you're being personal, then I could say whatever. Because, you know, it's really bad when you say stuff that are ignorant, racist, low blows, but if the other person is doing the same, then, you know.
Yeah. You're referring to the half-breed comment. NeNe.
Right,
Okay.
yeah, and that was really bad because we're all mixed nowadays. It's half-breed, it's quarter-breed, and we're proud of it. I mean, I think NeNe would love to have a little mixed blood and hair, you know, so she can have some hair, actually.
Oh, shade!
That's
That's a lot of shade right there. That's a lot of shade.
What do you ladies think?
I mean, personally, to me, I think when you're arguing, everything is on the table and you're ready to go, but that was really racist. A lot of people going off last week.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, everybody
Right.
on social media, I mean, everybody was really insulted by that.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, it's a common fact. I mean, NeNe talks about all the time that she was a stripper and she loved it. So I don't think Claudia saying that to her was a big deal. That's a fact. Everybody
Right.
knows it. She's talked about it. But to go and say you were half-breed and nobody wants that, I mean, that was so disrespectful
Right.
and
Yeah.
just out the, ugh.
I wonder if she would tell Barack Obama that. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You know she ain't going to do that. I think that the reason why I say Claudia won was only because somebody finally stood up to NeNe and said everything that everybody else was thinking, which is what Kandi said. She said every insult everyone has ever thought about NeNe, and no one has ever said that. NeNe has been allowed to just go off and rip people left and right, and because people are a little more mature than her, they just don't say anything back. Now, was it mature what she did? No.
No.
Claudia shouldn't have said nothing and made her look bad. However, I was glad somebody finally stood up to NeNe.
Yeah.
That's why NeNe apologized first, because she felt really bad about it.
Did she really?
Yeah,
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
And also, Brandon, he made this comment about how sexuality and race is now a point for discrimination, for insults. It's like, it shouldn't be like that because it's the race, and then it's the sexual thing. Oh, your clit left you. Like, what kind of insult is that?
Unless she's ever
And
been
you're an
down there, she has
ex-stripper.
no idea.
Yeah,
So, like, you know what I
we
mean?
know
To me-
personal antics like that, but if you look at it, any basis in conversation, and when you start talking about colorism, especially in the Black community, we are extremely sensitive about that because we haven't healed from the history of that.
Right.
So she just went there and she just threw it out the loop when she shouldn't have. It wasn't ignorant, it was ignorant. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about Phaedra and Kandi and Kandi's position in this. I don't know if a lot of people caught this. We were talking about it.
Everybody was talking about it on our page.
Kandi,
Thank you
about
for even making comments about it. Yeah.
Kandi,
Yes. Since when did Kandi become a flip-flopper? She's absolutely flip-flopping. Like, how are you going to be sitting here when the women went off to their divide? I was like, Kandi, why are you staying with Phaedra and NeNe and Portia? Like, I thought for sure she would have gotten up. But the fact that she was laughing about the stuff that NeNe and them were laughing about, I was like, hold on, whose side are you on now?
Yeah, but she did give Cynthia that little compliment. Oh, you're just as cute as they walked out. You
Oh, was that
and-
her that said that?
Yeah, Kandi said that. Oh, she got a cute dress on, and then
She's a flip-flopper.
Yeah, I think Kandi is really superficial and she just want to have a good time. She cares about her personal issues,
And
but
that's it.
besides that, it's
doesn't-
nothing.
to
You know,
me,
seeing
you
the
saw-
ladies fight for her is entertainment. It's funny, and then that's why she likes to laugh, but she knows what's wrong and what's right.
See, to me, it goes back to when NeNe went to her and said, well, who is your alliances for? Your alliance are for Phaedra, or is it for Apollo? I saw that whole flip-flopping again. We're seeing a whole different side of Kandi, and everybody on our page, thanks for writing, was saying that Kandi's messy.
yeah.
And it was
is
on
messy.
blog. She's very on messy mode right now.
You know why? Because her mama is Mama Joyce. That's why. That's why.
And also,
she's
I think
messy.
NeNe plays a part that entertainment. I think she insults and she always try to fight to stir up the pot and make the show fun and make the ladies have fun. Because I don't
earning
think
her money.
she genuinely hates Claudia. I think she has
No, I don't
nothing
think so
against
either.
Claudia, but she needs to make a show. She wants to be the queen of the show and she
Yeah.
wants to have entertainment.
Okay, great. No, just to you. No, just to you. Let's talk a little bit about Phaedra. I'm sorry, I was thrown off just a little bit there. Okay, Phaedra and her apology to Demetria. Was that really an apology? And her saying, you know, if you didn't want me to be here, why did you invite me here? What, do you think she was genuine in her apology to Demetria, first of all?
I felt like Demetria apologized more to Phaedra because she said,
She did.
I hit, you know, a topic that's personal. I was wrong for that.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
But
Right,
I didn't really hear Phaedra.
Yeah, and the fact that Phaedra
Fine.
acted like she didn't know that she was throwing shade to Demetria is. How can you not think that calling somebody a crackhead, talking about somebody's situation with a man who won't marry, how can you think that that's not throwing shade or hitting a sore spot? So
Right.
I'm like, Phaedra, come on now. And nobody's stupid. And that apology is short-lived.
Yeah.
Very short-lived.
Guaranteed.
And the thing is, this is the same person that said you can't be a pop star, you got to be a folk singer and all this different stuff.
Right.
Meanwhile, like I said, I mentioned the fact that Tamar made it just recently, and
Yeah.
she's had how many record deals? So,
Thank
like,
you.
you know, Phaedra, stay in your lane and do Law and Dead Bodies.
And NeNe was so phony, like the whole time. She didn't say nothing. As soon as the other group left, she's like, but Phaedra, on a real, you really did throw shade.
Yeah, she checked
She
on
did.
it.
All right, NeNe, couldn't you say that before? And
Yeah.
we wouldn't have all these big, because the argument started because NeNe defended something wrong and then Claudia attacked her.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. And do you think with with that, do you think Phaedra, I think there's this syndrome of in with the new, out with the old, that they're feeling this scarcity feeling, and it is the basis of every black reality show out there, and they make billions of dollars on it when there's this feeling of not enough. There's not enough spotlight, there's not enough men, there's not enough money, there's not enough fame for it to go around. And if they had the notion that there is enough for everybody, it wouldn't be a show, basically.
Right.
But do you think that that's a part of their scarcity and insecurity in stirring up this stuff? I mean, because Phaedra really came left on Demetria.
Right.
It is
It
not
was-
justified
Everybody
at all.
made comments. It just was
Yeah.
not, to her character, I didn't expect that.
Right.
I just think it depends on who is the new person on the show. Because, for example, in the Beverly Hills Housewives, there's new ladies, but they're powerful.
Yeah.
They got nomination, Grammys, so all the ladies are kissing butt and they're all friends with them.
They want to secure a spot.
Because,
Right.
you know, they high society. I think Claudia and Demetria, they're not high society for the rest of the ladies, so they don't get the respect.
Yes.
Just
And
because.
Exactly.
Right. And I don't even, since when did Phaedra and NeNe become such best buddies?
That was so left.
When did
Like,
this
when
happen?
did that happen?
She's like up her jock on this stuff now.
Yeah.
now.
I think
Yeah.
Phaedra doesn't have anybody left
Yeah.
except for Kandi, but they're not. I don't
Maybe
see them
Kandi
as
was like,
good friends, honest to each other. I just see it like a surface friendship. Like I would never cross you, you don't cross
Yeah.
me. But
You're right.
And they seem like more of a miserable group. And so, of
Yes.
course, Phaedra would have to join the more
pretty.
miserable group because she's in a more
Yeah, she's
miserable
in a
time of her
very
life.
miserable- yeah, she's in a very
Yeah,
miserable
she's
place
in a miserable
right now.
position. Okay, let's talk about continue to talk about some of the makeups with the girls. Let's talk about
Oh my God.
Kenya and Claudia Kenya when they went out to the beach. Now, we have this argument amongst us about Kenya's butt being real. Some of us think the butt is real. Some of us don't think it's real. I
think her butt is
She's
real.
the only
There has
one.
been work done to her butt. Now, is there anything fake?
Workout butt? Workout?
No, honey, you better look this up because Atlanta is known for those booties, and she got the same exact shape that the doctor does for those booties. Now, I think she's had something done. I don't think it's fake. I just think there's been work done to it.
Right, it's her own fat. It's just being reshaped. And nowadays, everybody get it. Nobody will admit it. Especially if you deny it once, there is no way you can retreat your word. You already said, no, I have nothing done. What you gonna say now? But you can see pictures of her in the beauty queen pageant. She had nothing.
Right.
And
you
that
can
was
see
how
it.
many years ago? And she is a workout.
Okay, but there's a difference between a muscle booty and like an Atlanta donkey booty.
The muscle booty don't move.
Booty. Don't bring out a donkey booty.
I just want to bring that up. Hit that hashtag RHOAAS to let us know what you think about that. Now let's talk about the beach party Kandi, the Kandi Coated Nights beach party. Someone on this stage, I won't say who said it, said that was a very small dildo. I'm just saying. Just want to point that out. It made the game a little difficult.
Right. But it was fun. They look like they had fun, and I'm glad at least one event for all the ladies didn't go south.
Yes.
Like, they had fun.
I'm kind of confused as of why Kandi wants to do this candid coated
She's trying to get her promotion.
and over and over.
Listen,
She's smart.
She's trying to get her business on. You know how much commercials cost?
Yes,
As we know, everybody gets paid. It's a lot.
What's her play? It didn't do so well that she's.
Yeah.
That's right. She lost a lot of
To
money.
me, it looks kind of desperate when you keep, just like when Portia was like, oh, you talking about my business? You don't know what can I afford. I have a hair company and you can buy that. www.nakedhair.com. I mean, are we desperate Housewives of Atlanta? Because it seems like everybody wants.
I think it's smart. I think if they're going to put you on a show where they exploit you and they want to exploit you and make you look bad, the least you could do is be like, but I'm going to get paid because I have a business, and having a TV commercial for millions of people costs a lot of money. Whereas I could do it for free by shouting it out as you record my drama.
Yeah, but just like you did on the bus. But hold on, let's continue to talk about this apology phase when
On
you're
the
on
bus?
the bus.
On the bus.
On the bus now. Now we're on the bus.
Oh,
so
boy.
do you think NeNe was genuine when she apologized and Claudia was
I didn't
genuine?
even think she apologized.
I think she was
She did. She said, I apologize.
Yeah, but it was always with something else coming after it. I don't know.
No, I think Claudia stirred it back up again.
She did.
She did on
yes,
that
Claudia
one. You
did
gotta watch
do a
it again.
Yeah, she was a little messy on this one. If somebody's apologizing to you,
I mean, and Cynthia,
especially like NeNe,
because NeNe does not apologize.
Right.
So maybe because I'm so used to her not apologizing, I didn't hear what she was saying. Okay,
And
maybe
it
that's
makes
what
it see that what she said was absolutely fake, because if you really know any news about Claudia being a freak or like easy girl, you wouldn't be like, I'm sorry, you know. But she said it. She stood up. She's like, I don't know where you got your information from, because I closed my leg, honey. And she was like, okay, I apologize for that.
Yeah.
She just wanted to insult.
And then she said, oh, but my hair is not glued to my forehead.
She had to put that in there.
And then Claudia went in on her.
But here's the other part of that is that I felt like Claudia was in the wrong, because then she started picking at other stuff and talking about Portia and her African married
Yeah, she
men.
wanted to make sure that came out.
Well, because Portia was sitting there laughing and kikiing about the whole thing and acting like, she didn't know what, she was like this innocent person laughing behind her back.
So do you feel that comment was necessary by Claudia?
It's just a double standard. It's like, NeNe, you're attacking me for being a hoe, but you're not attacking your buddy, your best friend.
Moralistically.
Okay, that was Claudia's point in terms of saying it was double.
Yeah.
So you
But
guys
I feel
think
like
that
she
was...
still shouldn't have just been like, but you got African married man. But I know you're like, that was like so gossipy and so like, girl.
Yeah, I think the ladies are a little jealous of that too, because Claudia, you didn't have to say, oh, I don't have to put mileage on my thing to get gifts. Girl, you would. Come on. Let's not lie about that.
And that's funny because that you say that, because if you notice what Claudia said, she said, we have a mutual friend. You're married African man.
She made sure.
And we have a mutual friend. So I'm like, hold on. Is your mutual friend another African married man that you dating, Claudia?
No, I think.
And then we gonna see next episode, she's getting the number of Portia's ex-husband.
She knows how to keep the
You're
pot
shady,
stirred
honey.
up. Okay, Demetria's performance. They were late for the first song. Talk about Black people's time.
Yeah, that was
CP. I'm not CP.
That's the
Well,
problem
they
when
probably
you
got on the bus
invite.
late. This is what I think. I think the bus driver probably was there on time, but they're so known for like getting on the bus late and getting to the events late.
Right.
So that's like expected, you know.
You know, there is no appreciation to Demetria for this.
I think
for
that's
this
the problem
trip.
when you
Demetria.
invite people that you don't really know, that are not really your friends, to support you on something so
Yeah.
important to you, and you invite random strangers just to be part of a TV show.
Come holla at me.
That's what happened.
Okay, so Demetria, I think, did fabulously. I love
Yes,
her
did.
song.
I like her song.
Girl,
The bragging was
Confess.
so
Yeah.
Yes. However, why was there 20 people there?
No, I
You
think
know what? They did some good camera action
they
because
did
you
tight
couldn't
shots.
tell.
It was a tight shot.
You know to
many
look for
people.
that. You know to look for that
have to
as far as
pause it to
how
look and
packed the
see.
scene is.
Because if there's a lot of people, they would have shown like, oh, look at
They
this
like
crowd.
to do
but
that. They
there's
do
not a lot of
pans,
people there. So
yeah.
I'm like, why couldn't she have done this same thing in
Atlanta.
America, somewhere else? She could have gotten a bigger crowd.
Well, Kandi did say that it's pretty major that she's getting all this time to open up. You know, 30 minutes is great to open up for a show.
For a
you
show,
know.
yeah.
Who did she open up for?
That's a good
No,
question.
she didn't open up. What she's saying is to have a set that long.
Well,
for,
I was
like, a new
happy
artist.
to see the brat. She looked
Yeah, she was
identical as 30 years ago.
Yeah, she does. She does.
She wears the
Brad.
same thing as we
Throwback.
all know.
Same
If you
clothes.
think so, hit that hashtag RHOAAS because we're going to take a quick little break, but we'll be right back. And we got some juicy stuff for you from someone who's actually on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So don't go away.
Guess.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them, go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey, Peaches, thanks for returning. We want to give a shout out to our Instagram, Return of the Curls. Thank you for retweeting all of our pictures last week. We love you. Also, we want to give some YouTube shout outs. We got The King's Wife, Style Collective, Sandy Rain, also Gregory Hemphill, Deborah Douglas, Pretty 1497, and Chantel Green. We have Miss Midoriya, Solange Wanda, and Nikki Rope, Jim Hatton, Nicholas Ledger, and 50 Little Mama. We also have Princess Amberella, Pink Tulip, Freddie TPC, Bonfire 123, loves them some Megan, and LBGR 333. All the way from the UK, we love you. Also, Thal RG22 and Sandcastle Collapsing, and of course our faithful Reglavicore, Niecy Walker, Shania Turnage, BlackRock 316, and Quintessential 2. Love that name. Thank you guys so much for your YouTube shout outs. You have been fabulous. Now, don't forget, you're on the stream.tv already. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost there at 50,000, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends and family too. Let's go to our first Twitter question, which is from Real Housewives at Real Housewives. Would Phaedra ask Halle Berry if she was a crackhead? No. You know what? I think she actually would.
If she wanted to get
She
snatched in the
would. She
serious?
actually would. Yes. Phaedra's crazy right now.
No, Phaedra's not stupid. She threw shade.
That was just a shade comment.
So she knows not to throw shade at certain people, but she was just trying to be shady towards Demetria.
You know, sometimes we all do stupid things.
Yes,
we all ask stupid questions.
Not as often, maybe. Okay, our second fan question is from Dark Brown 66 at Dark Brown 66. I've been a fan of Phaedra up until tonight, which was last week. I feel like she's trying to be a mean girl because supposedly she and NeNe are cool now. Now, we talked about this already, and we can see right through it. Let's move on to the next question. All right, which is from the man himself, Brandon DeShazer. At Brandon DeShay. He posted the question, she is so pressed about Demetria McKinney. Why is she trying to make an enemy out of a girl she doesn't even know? Now, Brandon was so tickled to death last week when Nadia made her comment about.
You have to say which Brandon this is.
Brandon, who is Kenya's assistant.
Yes. Kenya's friend. Kenya's friend. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Hello.
You're not an assistant.
Yes, he's our friend, and he's a producer. He has IMDb credits. He is legit. He's a model.
Yeah, he's a model.
And he's an awesome person too. He's cool. I like that.
Yes,
so
he speaks his mind.
So we are officially taking applications for Brandon.
Yes,
exactly.
So make sure you send in your application and a selfie and not a headshot, because we need to know what you look like. If you got a six-pack, that's even better.
Yes, bring your pictures, your tax returns.
Yes, all of that.
and
Good credit, please.
Yes, we need all 3 credit reports, and if you don't know what those are, you don't need to apply. Okay?
Right.
Yes. Send them to us, because we are scouting for Brandon.
I got you, Brandon.
We got you, boo. Thank you, Nadia. All right. Also, we want to give some Twitter shout-outs. Twitter shout-outs to Yossi. What are those? Parentheses official at Beautiful. I'm so off tonight. Bing Bob at Ming Bob. Ming Bob _. Bob at Ming Bob, Kirby H. Baptiste at Kirby HB, Shekinah at Shekinah Joe, Susan Williams at Ox23, and we have also Charlotte Young at Young CH. We've got Jennifer Durst at Jennifer Dursty, Delmi Barillas at Delmi Barillas, Alicia Malone at Milicia Malone, and T at Pink Lady Ebony. Thank you for the reminder. Miss Denny at D Sweetie, and Kamira Hightower at Kamira Hightow, Havoc Wrecker at Havoc _Wrecker, and Drew W at A Bold Faced Cup of Drew. We love you, Drew. Claudia Jordan, #1 fan. Heart at Claudia J, #1 fan. Thank you for shortening that. And Busying God. Co-Bussing GYE, Bridget at B. Co-Bussing 18.
Use your names.
Ex-best friend at ex-best friend, and Aisha M. Support at DD World, and Brandon DeShazer at Brandon D. Shay. Hit that button at thestream.tv. Peaches, don't go away, because we'll see you next week, and make sure you hashtag us throughout the week with that RHOAAS. We love you, Peaches.